Almost 10 years ago, a small emo band rocked the town of Somerset West to its core. But Stronger Than's story starts way back in 2004. I remember it like it was yesterday, watching them play their first gig at Deep Blue, and at the time they were called 13th Monkey, which is kind of strange because there's only 5 of them. I remember seeing their boyish looks and their charm, and I knew then that they were going to be big in Somerset West, quite possibly even for their music.
Everything about Stronger Than was amazing. They had such an amazing stage presence. Their crowd interaction was brilliant, and they just had something special, something unique. And it wasn't just that they got their cords and their cables tangled up, or that they had long hair.
I remember walking into the venue and I don't know what was going on, but I knew they were awesome. Their live show and the way that they played was amazing, and I had no idea what he was saying, but I knew that he was saying it to me.
I remember seeing the little boys come and play. They're making the music, they play the how you say, guitar. Yeah, they play the guitar. Yeah, they were so beautiful.
In 2005, after the release of their debut EP, Remember the Brave, they were at their peak, both musically and physically. And they began touring Somerset West with the likes of Endless Endeavour, Jack and Sally, and Silhouette Hero. Their power chords had never sounded this good, and Somerset West locals just couldn't get enough of them.
I just knew they were different. I mean, when I heard Girls Not Grey for the first time, it's not this. When I heard them for the first time, I just knew that they were something different. They were this breath of fresh air in the stale environment that was the pop rock of Somerset West.
Remember the Brave? A groundbreaking EP. This EP just broke the sound barrier. It went global just like that, man. I'm telling you, the first track, Voices, wow, that was the anthem for female teens all across the Western Cape, even in Stellenbosch. It was everywhere. Movies, TVs, commercials, it was just blowing up. It was even the Nokia startup ringtone for the first 3 months.
Every time they play Deep Blue, there's just lots and lots of the pretty woman, yeah, the woman, yeah, lots of pretty woman, yeah, it's good for business.
In 2007, the inevitable happened. The slightly more attractive guitarist, James, turned to Scientology. He had always been a fan of Top Gun and Mission Impossible 3, and Tom Cruise was an idol for him, and this just felt right. So he left the band for 9 months, which coincidentally is the same amount of time it takes for a baby to develop, I believe.
Obviously it was disturbing. It hurt when James left, and I cried a lot. And when those pictures of when those pictures of Franco came out, you could see that was bit paint. You don't have to be a word guru to know that was bit paint.
Well, with James leaving the band and all these disturbing images of Franco surfacing on Facebook, what do you expect? It was a recipe for disaster.
When James returned in 2008, the band reunited and they started playing gigs again in and around the Helderberg Basin with the hopes of releasing their new EP entitled The Tailor and the Typewriter. However, there were disputes over the spelling of Taylor. Some of them thought that it meant and represented the southeast city in Michigan, whilst others thought no, it was the garment repairer. And of course, after 3 months of arguing back and forth, well, the band decided to end it. And so in late 2008, the band broke up.
Well, being young and famous, it's tough, man. There are a ton of bands from Somerset West that just didn't cut it, with all the pressures. I mean, what do you expect? Bands like Crowded Solitude, Barclay Blazer, This Quilt, great bands, but they broke up and Stronger Than followed in the same path.
I began to wonder why they no play here no more. Was it something I say to them, or was it because I once kissed the lead singer on the lips?
The band breaking up? No, they didn't break up. They on hiatus. they're just finding themselves again. They're just writing new material. The new album's coming. It's coming soon.
It's difficult to say what the future holds for the ex-members of Stronger Than. One thing we do know is that Somerset West is an extremely large town and the possibilities are endless. Last we heard was that James was still a devout Scientologist. Robbie had become a full-on hippie. Franco had released the chains of his scandalous past and is now a motivational speaker for troublesome teens. Berg had returned to the mountains, his love of the mountains, and is now a game ranger in the Somerset West Nature Reserve. And Ed is still in Durban. One thing we are sure of is that we will always remember the brave. 1,000 words, burning like cigarettes.
Give me a reason to explain why I can't let it out, why my thoughts